Today's video is sponsored by Home Title Lock.
I'm not going to take a grapple like this and try to pick up a 20-inch red oak 8 foot long. It ain't going to happen. I'm going to tilt it and it's going to fall over. That'll work. So welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. We got the trailer hooked up. Let's head up to the shipping yard and pick up a new grapple. You guys hang in there. Alrighty folks, today's video is sponsored by our friends at Home Title Lock. Did you know that scammers can literally steal your house right out from underneath you? The FBI calls it house stealing, and it's a growing real estate scam targeting American homeowners, and here's how it works.
Anybody who owns property should worry about home title theft. There's no other crime that is so easy, so quick, and so lucrative.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So let me ask you this, when was the last time you checked your home title? For me, it was never, and that's exactly what scammers are counting on, and that's why I trust Home Title Lock. Their $1 million triple lock protection helps keep your home and equity safe, and here's what you get. Immediate 24/7 monitoring of your property, urgent alerts if there's any changes, and if fraud should happen, their US-based restoration team will spend up to $1 million to fix the fraud and restore your title at no additional cost. And here's the best part. I've teamed up with Home Title Lock to give you a free title history report so you can find out if you're already a victim and access to your personal title expert, a $250 value just for signing up. So go to HometitleLock.com and use the promo code Woods250 or click on the link in the description. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code Woods250 to get the protection and peace of mind that you deserve. And once again, a big thank you to Home Title Lock for sponsoring today's video. I really appreciate it. Let's get this grapple out of the crate. See if this still works. All right, that still works. Let's go get on the bomber light, bring it over and hook it up. All right guys, so we got it hooked up. I went ahead off camera and connected both of the hydraulic lines to the third function on this skid steer. This grapple was made by Light. Bought this with my own money. This is not sponsored by them or nothing like that. Although the mini skid steers here for about a year, we're trying it out and we'll decide after that if we want to buy it or not. But this right here guys will make this machine a whole lot more capable of moving logs around the sawmill. Now on this grapple guys, it's connected via a chain right there, and the grapple does not rotate. It's a manual rotation, so this does not have a diverter valve like some of them have. I think they're going to build one like that, but this one is manual. But if you want to turn it this way, you know, well, I can't do it with one hand. I got this camera in my hand. You could probably lower this down and readjust this chain link right here to where it would be going sideways instead of being parallel with the machine. I'm really looking forward to this. It's got a few nice features on it. It's got a tree pusher right there on the very top and also on the bottom, so if you're carrying a log you can kind of rest against that. Now, like I said, this is made by Bommalite. They make some really nice stuff. I got a flail mower from them that we're gonna put on the excavator here in a few weeks as soon as it dries up. And I was checking for grease here, and it looks like Bommalite went ahead at the factory and got this thing greased up. So let's turn the skid steer back on and go over and pull some logs and see how it does. All right, guys, I will probably do an updated review once I get used to this attachment. The third function valve on this machine is not a push button. It's actually right here, this lever. That's the first time I've ever used it, and it's kind of touchy. If you go full board with it, man, it really clamps down really fast, so you got to kind of just barely move it just a little. Now, Bommalite does have an upgrade for this. You can put a push button up here. I may order that if I end up buying this machine, because that right there, it works, but I'd love to have a push button. I think it works better, just like the tractor has, and Mr. Cotto. So this attachment, guys, the reason I got it was to take over to Virginia on that Hurricane Helena project that me and Dad are doing over there. This will make it a lot easier to pull the logs out of the forest and pretty low impact. Now this does have a place though, if you have a tree service or something like that. This right here would be nice to have. A lot of the tree services in my area have this same kind of setup. Of course, it's usually a different brand. I've never seen a Bommalite in this area before. But this is a nice grapple. I wish it did have the diverter valve so you could actually rotate the grapple. On the new one that comes out, I may trade this one in, or I may sell this one and buy the one that rotates. That would be nice to have. But as far as lifting up logs, this pine right here, this is yellow pine. It's about 12-inch diameter. It looks like it's about a 16-footer. I'm not sure how much that weighs, to be honest with you. The attachment weighs about 300 pounds. So when you think about 300 pounds right here and this log, which doesn't weigh a lot, but it is long. That's why the machine was kind of bouncing just a little. So that's pretty long, and I think the best way to move a log around, something like this, would be just to pick it up on one end and skid it backwards instead of trying to pick the whole thing up at once. So like I was saying, guys, the main reason this grapple is here is for the Virginia hurricane cleanup over there that we're doing with that older couple that me and Dad started back in December. We've not been back over there because it's been too wet and it's finally drying up, and the grapple's here so we can get back over there. We may start going over there maybe tomorrow and start pulling some logs out. Now the logs over there are poplar and red oak and maybe some ash. I can't remember. Mostly poplar and red oak. I'm not going to take a grapple like this and try to pick up a 20-inch red oak 8 foot long. It ain't going to happen. I'm going to tilt it and it's going to fall over. But I am going to be able to skid them out with this and line them up so when we take the sawmill over there, we can have them right in front of the mill and ready to saw. I think an attachment like this, like I said, for a tree service is fantastic. For somebody like me, at my sawmill here at this operation, I don't know, because Mr. Cotto right there can pick up a log really fast and take it to the sawmill, and he can pick up about 4,000 pounds if I need to. This machine right here wouldn't pick up 4,000 pounds. So there is a need for a machine like this, and as I use it more, I'll share with you the different ways that I use it here at the farm. But the main reason that it is here is because of that cleanup job over in Virginia. That's why we asked Bommalite to send it down to try it out. And that's why we bought this grapple to go with it. Now something else I just thought of that would be a good use for that grapple is firewood. So this is my firewood pile. And when I come over here and I cut it down to size like that red oak right there, I can come over here with the mini skid steer and that grapple and just pull those off and take them over to the log splitter. And while I've got that out, let's go ahead and try that and see how it works. And one more thing here, friends, I just now thought of. If I need to move these slabs around, that little grapple will be perfect for that. I can come in here, scoop them out right there in the middle, take them to the burn pile, put them in somebody's truck, maybe the dump trailer, all kinds of different ways. See guys, I'm learning already. All right guys, that actually worked pretty good right there. I'm just trying to get some more practice in before I take this over to Virginia tomorrow and start pulling out those logs. But taking these little rounds over here, well, they're not too small. This is red oak, 16 inches. They're about 18 inches diameter. They're pretty heavy, but bringing them over here, guys, I'll tell you what, that's ideal. So if you have a firewood business, this right here would really come in handy for processing firewood, for moving the rounds around. Moving the rounds around. Boy, that sounds stupid, don't it? Anyways, you guys know what I mean. So I'm running out of daylight. It's actually been 4 hours between the time I moved these firewood logs over here and we just talked about it just now. I had to go up to the house because I forgot the wife was canning tomatoes today. I'll put some pictures on here. Those are tomatoes we grew in the garden last year. We freeze them in the winter and then we can them about springtime. Sometimes we can them in the fall, or she cans them and I help. That sounds a lot better. But this year we was canning beans and all kinds of stuff, and we got kind of tired of canning, to be honest with you, so we froze them and we canned them today. And man, they turned out pretty good. That's some good looking tomatoes right there. So I got about 2 hours of daylight left. I think I'll go ahead and split up this red oak and get it out of the way. And that should be enough to fill up that IBC tote over there. Then we'll come over here to the sawmill and load up this last poplar cant and finish it up also. And I was going to share with you guys, I was on my way back from the freight terminal today to pick up this grapple. I stopped to get diesel, and two things irritate me at that gas station. Number one, pajama people. It was about 1:30 and there was all kinds of people in there in their pajamas. And I don't know what it is about this town. For some reason in this town, people wear pajamas all day long in public. All day long. I don't understand it. So anyways, the other thing that irritates me, why in the world did somebody think it was a good idea to put a TV on a gas pump? Who wants to stand there and watch TV? Like you put your card in the diesel pump, you turn it on, or gas pump, whatever. You start filling up your vehicle, and then about 3 seconds later, it's playing a music video on the gas pump. Is people watching that? Are you sitting there like watching this? I guess they think maybe people will sit there and forget about pumping gas and fill up their car. Maybe it's a marketing scheme. I don't know, but whoever thought that was a good idea, I don't get it. Going to the gas pumps is not where I go to watch TV. I don't even watch TV at home. What do you guys think about that? They have those where you live? They're all over Tennessee. All right, guys, we finally finished up that poplar. I got poplar laying everywhere. Actually, no, I'm not done yet. I guess we'll do this in the morning. I need to send those through the edger right there. And after that's over with, I need to build some pallets and come down here and stack this up and load up that kiln. I wish they could come up with some kind of technology where I could capture the smell, such as the wonderful smell right now at this sawmill with this poplar lumber, and share it with you guys via video. That would be pretty neat right there. But they're too busy putting video games and TVs and music videos at gas stations. So I guess that's why they've not done nothing like this, because they think we need TVs at gas stations. My goodness. My goodness. I can't get over that. TVs at gas stations. That's ridiculous. Anyways, finish this up. I'm not going to stack it tonight because it's 7:30 and I've not even had dinner yet. So I got to head up to the house. And sorry for the short video today, guys. I try to make these videos around 20 to 30 minutes. And based on everything I've filmed today, this one's probably around 15, maybe 20 minutes, something like that. I forgot about the canning of the tomatoes today, and that put me way behind. I was hoping to have this inside the kiln by like 3 o'clock today and moved on to some more red oak, but I forgot about that and I had to help the wife out. But we got it done, and now we got tomato juice for all spring and summer, so good deal. And something else I didn't get done today, I was hoping to spread out some of these wood chips up there at the chicken lot and the compost pile, and you guys can see they're still sitting here. I got way behind today, way behind. So tomorrow, unless the weather changes, I think they're giving out some bad storms for this weekend, but tomorrow should be okay. If I can line everything up, we're going to go over to Virginia tomorrow and take the bomb-a-lite with the new grapple and see if we can start pulling some of those logs out of the forest and get them ready for the LT35 over there. And some people have been asking me about this sawmill, if it's for sale. It was for sale, but a guy named Daryl down in Georgia, I would say his last name, but I didn't ask him. But anyways, Daryl bought this LT35, and as soon as I'm done with it, which won't be too long from now, he'll be coming up here to get it, and I'll be training him on it. I think Joe Maine may come up here as well that day and hang out. I'll try to get Joe Maine on camera for you guys. A lot of people ask me, what does Joe Maine look like? Well, we'll see if we can solve that here in a few weeks when Daryl comes and gets this sawmill. We'll take Joe out to lunch, or actually Joe should probably take me out to lunch. That sounds a lot better. So anyways, that's coming up in the future. So tomorrow we'll head to Virginia. I gotta get chainsaws ready in the morning, and I need to get up extra early and build a pallet, get this poplar on a pallet and take it up there to the kiln and get that kiln turned on by tomorrow evening. So I guess that's what we'll do. And I'm going to video all this. I'm going to video, my goodness, video. That's not even a word. I'm going to video all this tomorrow. So that's going to add an extra 4 hours to everything I do. When you video stuff, it makes it take 2 to 3 times as long. So tomorrow, we're going to build pallets. We're going to stack poplar. We're going to put it in the kiln. We're going to go to Virginia. We're going to have a good time cutting up some firewood and some saw logs and putting the bomb-a-lite to work and pulling some logs out of the forest. So I'm really looking forward to that. So in closing here, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you back here very soon.